Hello, I'm Karen Strykowski, and I am the Director of Client Training at Wineshipping. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn with me. I'm so excited to talk to you about how you can ship through the seasons and how it helps drive your winery success. Let's get started. So, a little bit about the agenda today. We'll talk about what is Premier Ground, how does it work, and then there'll be some questions. So, I'd like to take a moment and talk about exactly how powerful this number is. At Wineshipping, we are a little bit of data nerds here, and we ship a lot of wine, and we love to crunch numbers. And what we have found is that our customers that ship year round have about a 17% direct to consumer revenue lift. Now, that's really powerful. Think about it in today's climate regarding wine, that we need to really grasp onto any opportunity to increase and unlock revenue opportunities. And by shipping year round, this is just low-hanging fruit for you. So how do you do that? How do you ship in the summer, or basically even all year round, right? Even when it's negative 30 out. I've been in the wine industry for over 20 years. And, I know 20 years ago, this was a very typical conversation I had with people in the tasting room. Oh, it's no problem. You can buy your wine now and we'll hold it until the temperature is perfect. Wine's very temperature sensitive, and we'll make sure that we only ship it when it's safe to ship. Well, that is old school thinking in today's day and age, right? There has been a lot of changes in the last 20 years, right? So a lot of innovation. The first major innovation is really truly improved packaging, right? That includes the ability to add ice packs that were designed to protect your wine for over 48 hours. The next one, right? This really kind of became a kind of an evolution or a culmination of multiple things happening at once, right? When COVID happened, and at the same time, the explosion of e-commerce kind of all happened kind of around the same time, it really pushed the carriers to really change how they did business. And really, carriers right now are delivering on the weekend to most of the country, and certainly 6 days a week, most of the country. And there's even parts of the country that it's 7 days a week. So we no longer need to limit when we ship, because we could really ship our product to meet when our customers are going to be home. The next is truly the evolution or just the growth of a carrier hold at locations. These are really powerful to use for the convenience in terms of your customer, right? We're skipping those having to wait around and hold on until the carrier stops by, right? Versus having it sent directly to a hold at location, and then your customer can go pick it up at their convenience. But I absolutely love the pairing of using our Premier Ground temperature controlled service paired with a pickup location, right? Because it's protected all the way across the country. Then it gets injected into the final mile, the hub final mile carrier, either UPS or FedEx, and then it's immediately sent to a pickup location. So it's going for on a temperature controlled protected truck. Hopefully we're going to add an ice pack in there. So it's protected, gets to the pickup location, and then it's in a temperature held location. And, I just think that as an industry, we absolutely need to meet our customers where they're at. And, with e-commerce, with Amazon, right, our customers, and I know I'm one of them, we want what we want when we want it, and we don't want to wait anymore. Which brings me to our Premier Ground service, right? Our service is absolutely built for wine, right? So this is really unique. It's your packages are not being put in with t-shirts and shoes and gosh only knows what else, crayons and office supplies in a network, right? The Premier Ground Service is 100% dedicated. The only thing we transport is wine. So what is Premier Ground and what are the benefits of using it, right? It's very simple to use and it's available 12 months of the year. Again, back to data, right? We have found that for every 1,000 packages we ship, we prevent 15 fewer damaged packages. And that is because we are missing all of those carrier sort facilities and the heat and cold variations. We also know that it is up to 60% lower than air shipping rates. Now, again, in today's climate, any opportunity to save some money for everyone, right? For you, for your customer. I mean, it's really not how fast we can get it there, it's how safe we can get it there. And then, of course, lower carbon emissions. I mean, when we ship air, my winery partners hate they're super green and conscientious. And then I look at their data and I'm like, oh my God, look at how much air you're doing, right? That is not green. So there's a much lower carbon emissions when you ship ground versus shipping air. And then our Premier Ground Service offers no tracking gaps, which used to be a pain point in shipping temp control. But now with our premium tracking notification, your customers know every step of the way on where their wine is. We also have the data to back up that our Premier Ground Service has about an 85% first-time delivery rate. And that is because those clear delivery expectations and proactive communications are being set. So this is, one of my favorite, maps we have. I have a couple we'll show you. But you can see right here that this light blue area, this is the area that our Premier Ground Service does not serve. We have 4 hubs. We have Texas, we have Georgia, we have Missouri, and we have New York. And how we choose what states each hub supports is based on getting that first, it has to arrive for first-time delivery within 48 hours. Again, data nerd here, so I wanted to see, okay, when we do transfer it to common mile carrier, into the common carrier for the final mile, how long is it with them? And we were able to crunch the numbers, and you can see here that, average days with the carrier down here. And you can see here that for first-time delivery rates, right? You can see Texas and Oklahoma there, it's getting there on 1 day, right? I'm pretty sure Dallas is the hub over here. You can see over here for Georgia, look at the East Coast. You're doing great over here. So, it's barely with, we can two days for this whole network. So here's a comparison, right? So this is the temp control, and this would be with a common carrier versus just shipping standard common carrier. And this is just such a powerful visual to see here, right? You can see all the way up in this area, right? You're looking 6 days. Think about all those sorting facilities versus right over here, right? We're looking at 1 day. So really powerful visual to be able to see the difference between how long your packages are with the common carrier. I always get asked, okay, but when do my orders need to be in? Right? So yes, they do need to be in, a couple days before so we can plan the right amount of trucks. So it really depends on what's your main warehouse that your product's going to ship from. So if you're shipping out of the Napa warehouse, right, your orders need to be in our systems by Tuesday at 6 p.m. and they'll ship on Friday. If you're shipping out of our Paso Robles location, right, 6 p.m. on Tuesdays, but those orders are going to leave Paso Robles on Thursdays, and then they're going to go to Napa and then head east with the rest of the Napa orders. McMinnville, Oregon, same thing, right? 3 p.m. on Tuesdays, ships on Thursdays, and then Napa on Friday. Windsor and Vacaville are a little different. You guys are super lucky, right? So your order cutoff time is Thursday at noon to ship on Friday. And then I always get asked, okay, when does it arrive at the hub for that transfer? And I always hate to be loosey-goosey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but it really is true. It really depends on what the volume looks like and how many packages we need to open up those boxes and insert the ice packs in. So next, we'll talk a little bit about Awesome Client Portal. This is a portal that Wineshipping built 4 years ago. So we've been on a 4-year journey to develop shipping order management system that is dedicated to thinking about wine. So with Awesome Client Portal, we have our premium tracking integrated into that, and it's powered by a company called Aftership. Now, Aftership is one of the largest post-purchase communication tools out there, and Wineshipping is a carrier, and that is how we're able to send those real-time notifications to your customers. So this is an example of how we use data points to create a custom workflow to target those orders using the Premier Ground service. So every Wineshipping client that comes into us, I already give them these pre-done templates to get you like 80% of the way there to be able to send out communications. So in this instance, right, we're in transit and I've already segmented out, right? These are our Premier Ground carrier codes. And they'll get a communication when it leaves the hub or leaves their warehouse either Thursday or Friday to let them know that it's in transit. I love pairing it with a delivery arriving soon notification because this is going to tell the customer the day before it's expected to arrive to be prepared for their package coming tomorrow, which is really important, right, with wine because you need that signature. So here's an example of the communication that we have available to you. And so, this is every Wineshipping client gets this. You are welcome to edit and change it and make it on brand for you. But I'll read to you exactly what it says. So we're pleased to inform you that your order has departed the warehouse and it's on its way to you. To ensure optimal product quality during transportation, the initial leg of your shipment will utilize a temperature control vehicle. Your package will arrive at the local hub for final mile delivery, and you'll receive an email notification the day before the package is scheduled to arrive, right? And then we let them know that there's a signature in 21 and over, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this is the communication for the delivery arriving soon. And there's a difference here because there are 2 buttons here. So this is the track our order status, and this is going to take you to your branded tracking page, which I'll get to next. But this button here is pretty awesome too, because this is going to give your customer the ability, if they can't take possession of that package the next day, they can click Manage My Delivery and reschedule it to deliver at a time that works for them or to a pickup location. Now here is my made-up winery. This is Sunshine Winery. And this is an example of a branded tracking page. You get to build it and we'll help you do so to be on brand for you. And you can see these links will take you back to your website. And you can see, so when they click track my package, they're no longer going to a FedEx or UPS site that just says label generated. They are going to actually see that it is in transit because it is. And it says that your package has left the distribution center in a temperature controlled truck from, in this case, Napa, California. Now, notice here we have 2 carriers listed, right? Wineshipping and FedEx. Also really important. So if your customer clicks on this button, that is the FedEx tracking number, while Wineshipping is in control of it, it won't take them to the FedEx site. It'll take them to a page on Wineshipping site that lets them know that it's on a temperature controlled truck. But then when we transfer it to FedEx, the customer, those links will take them to FedEx. So this is an example of a segmented branded tracking page that you can do for those Premier Ground orders, right? And so again, you can brand it, but we can segment that branded tracking page to target those orders for Premier Ground. And so in this case, right, we see the header up here. It says your order is being shipped during via Premier Ground temperature controlled service. The estimated delivery date will most likely change, and you'll receive an email the day before the package arrives, right? So you're setting proper expectations, right? And then, of course, I have language about explaining what Premier Ground is. Your order shipping Premier Ground, the best shipping experience exclusively for wine. Unlike standard shipping, Premier Ground is designated to protect your wine from the winery to your doorstep with specialized handling and safeguards tailored for this unique product. You can say whatever you want there, but that was my little camp language I have for our customers. Now, here's an example of the page that will take people to go to if they're click on that FedEx button or UPS, either one, FedEx button or UPS button when we're in control of the package. Now, this is exciting. Hot off the press, like a couple weeks ago, finally been working hard with RedChirp to dedicate a text message targeting those orders using the Premier Ground service. So I'm just going to read it for you. Thank you, Dariush, for giving this great testimonial. The new Wineshipping RedChirp temp control shipping notification immediately addressed one of our biggest customer pain points. A basic tracking notification with no context has always generated inbound calls, emails, texts from customers concerned about their wine in extreme weather. Now we can proactively let them know that their order is on their way via temperature-controlled truck, and that one detail changes everything. A customer feels taken care of from the moment their wine ships. That is a powerful testimonial, and I think it just speaks so much on how things have changed so much in the industry over the last 20 years that we are able to, properly communicate to our customers that like the wine is being shipped and it is protected. So how do you access Premier Ground without changing everything? That's a great question. So let's get there. So how we begin, how do you use Premier Ground alongside your current operations, right? The biggest thing to let you know is that there's no inventory migration required, right? No need to replace any of your existing providers. You can just add us into your mix, right? And you can start with a portion of your shipments, held orders, air shipments, warm states, or even just saying, oh my gosh, this is the best way to protect the product for all my long zone shipments. And I have lots of clients that just only use the Premier Ground service for any state that it's supported by because it truly is the safest way to ship. So you do this by working with Wineshipping and adding and working with us on a program and a product that we launched last year called On-Demand Fulfillment. This allows you to unlock the benefits of our enterprise operation without any commitment. So what are the key benefits, right? First, no long-term contracts. You use the services you see fit, right? You have full control of your inventory until it's shipped. There's no complex inbounding and inventory processing. It's completely compatible with your existing wine clubs, POS systems, e-commerce systems, right? And then you can access to our awesome client portal, which is a order management system designed for shipping needs, right? Very different from your POS system, right? So you have a full order management profile. You're able to print shipping labels and pack slip generations. You have access to the Premier Ground service, full access to our premium tracking customer notifications. You have access to the redirects that happen within Awesome Client Portal. You even get access to our claims management system. So if you ship using Premier Ground, you can submit a claim through Wineshipping, and Wineshipping will chase down that claim for you. And it's fully integrated with Ship Compliant, Commerce 7, Shopify, and 20 other platforms. You also get full access to our customer service. And with using the premium tracking notification systems, it will reduce your WISMOs, where is my order, right? By customer requests for up to 80%, which is pretty powerful. It also can reduce returns up to 50% by using those proactive communications. So how it works is your orders flow into Awesome Client Portal, and then you're able to generate this QR code label. So this is an example of what on-demand fulfillment, or just-in-time is what we like to call it. It's like a subcategory of on-demand fulfillment. It's to print this label from Awesome Client Portal. And this QR code is what you'll put on your box. And right over here is the packing slip, and then we will pick it up and inject it into our system, and it's on its merry way. So shipping through the seasons is a powerful opportunity for you to increase revenue this year, and also to give your customer a premier shipping option, right? Your customers want to buy year round. Don't stand in your way. Your customers will buy wine. And if they're not buying it from you, they're buying it for someone. So now you can ship year round. You don't have to say, oh, it's too hot to ship. Using our tools and working with us and adding this service, Premier Ground, paired with on-demand fulfillment into your shipping strategy, is a winner for everybody. So to learn more or to get started, please go to our website at wineshipping.com, or you can give us a call at the phone number you see on your screen. Thank you again for taking the time to learn with me today. Again, I'm Karen Strykowski. I am the Director of Client Training here at Wineshipping, and it has been an honor to talk to you today. Looks like I don't have any questions, so thank you again.